the winner decided at the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai, Goku goes off to look for Grandpa Gohan's Dragon Ball. Unknowingly to him, he's not the only one looking for the Dragon Balls, as the most feared force on the face of the planet is also looking for them, the Red Ribbon Army. To many, they are feared, but because Goku is oblivious and not one to run, he takes them head on. And you thought the Pilaf saga took the plot to interesting new locations. Toriyama steps up his game with each Dragon Ball that Goku locates, as it's more difficult this time around to get a hold of them. More enemies, harder places to reach the Dragon Balls, and new characters. This was Adventure going into overdrive. Goku meets plenty of new characters, as I've stated before, whether in Jingle Village, West City, Penguin Village, looking for long-lost pirate treasure, and Karin's Tower. On paper, it's a globe-trotting epic. When it comes to this arc, I have two problems with it. It's the pacing, well, for the anime at least, and then the antagonists themselves. Aside from General Blue, Tao Pai Pai, and Murasaki, a lot of these antagonists don't have character aside from being evil. Commander Red is probably the biggest flaw of the arc because he doesn't exactly have personality, yet he's the big bad of the arc. At the very least, with Commander Red, the reason why he wanted the Dragon Balls was unique and fit with the tone of the series up to that point. I just wanted to see more of that beforehand so he'd have more character. Some build-up would have been nice. General Blue was interesting for how long he was in the story and even went toe-to-toe with Goku, but let's be real people, the successor to the first real villains in Dragon Ball, and definitely the most threatening by far for the whole arc, is Tao Pai Pai, an assassin that kills for money, is known for doing so across the planet, and is so powerful that he puts little effort into his kills until he meets Goku. He was a presence to be felt, and that's even with the Toriyama-isms like his introduction, having "kill you" stamped on the back of his robes, and offering a 50% discount because it's been 20 years since he started killing for Zenny. Even with all those funny moments, he still remained a threat to Goku. And unknowingly, this event would be a catalyst for an unseen character for the next two arcs. Tao Pai Pai left his mark in this arc. Toriyama didn't make it easy for Goku to obtain the Dragon Balls the first time, but this time he made it more difficult and wide-scaled, as each Dragon Ball didn't really feel like it was that far from the others in the Pilaf saga when you think about it. But here he's going across the world just to obtain one, and I guess the way things panned out the first time was easier because no one had used them in so long, while the antagonists being mostly no match for Goku unless they were a creature, mechanical, or Tao Pai Pai at the very least. It was good fun and an arc about standing up to tyranny. My only other big gripe about this arc is the pacing it has in the anime. As mentioned before, one chapter would sometimes make for one episode, which they would stretch thin so the manga had more time to create space. I feel like that was definitely the case early on, but once you get to Penguin Village with what should be seen as a rather surprising crossover at the time, that's when I feel like the pacing gets better and overall the anime benefits. But if I'm being honest, you should probably read the manga when it comes to the Red Ribbon Army arc, because I know a lot of people aren't nearly as patient as me. That, and I know when the plot was cutting away to a scene that was going to take up about 2 to 3 minutes, so I would skip so that I could get back to the plot. Spoiler warning, for those of you that don't want to be spoiled, you know what to do. Skip to the time marked on screen. Goku gets some development near the end of the arc when facing a dilemma he's not all too familiar with: death. And much like himself, Appa lost a father figure, but now Goku has more incentive than ever to find the remaining Dragon Balls, this time around, and in a way makes amends for Grandpa Gohan's death. It's a nice parallel. I would also say that number 8 is the reason why Goku becomes more merciful, but that's not the case at all. He goes on to murk the Red Ribbon Army later on. The idea was there, but not cemented until Kami came around. Blonde Lunch even gets some development, albeit off screen, but she's not so hostile anymore to the residents of Kame House. She's on good terms after being with them for so long. This verdict is going to be a first, because this is the one time I'm going to suggest the manga, because you'll breeze through that a lot faster and enjoy it a lot more than you will the anime adaptation of the arc. But if you want to pop into the anime when caught up, do it when Goku and Arale meet in Toriyama Team Up number 1. After that, the arc is a whole lot better pacing wise. With the last Dragon Ball completely hidden, Goku turns to fortune teller Baba for help. Next time on Dragon Ball.